It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Ernie Johnson welcoming you to the NBA on 2K Sports. I'm here with Shaq and the Jet. Tonight, it'll be the Sacramento Kings up against the Minnesota Timberwolves. So for the Timberwolves, their last game, a loss to the 76ers at Wells Fargo Center. The game tonight marks their second of 4 meetings they will play this season, and they come into this one feeling pretty good after winning the last time they met. And a chance in this one to get a look at the NBA's leading scorer. Freak has just been incredible so far this season. Just defies description. Do you see him holding onto the scoring title this year, Kenny?
Well, a big thing for Freak is trying to avoid the stat-chasing things that a lot of former players tried to do. Just getting his points. Now, if he just comes in and plays the way he's been playing, then he will be that guy.
Well, let's go to the big stat chaser. What do you think about Freak's year?
You know, it's never easy to hold on to the scoring title. You know, teams start to double and triple team you. I can remember one year, Ernie, I was averaging 29 points.
Welcome and happy holidays from 2K Sports. It's time for NBA action. With Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg, this is Kevin Harlan. We have Doris Burks on the sideline as well. Earlier this season, it was Sacramento coming away with the loss in this matchup against the Minnesota Timberwolves.
Yeah, it's just hard to make up when you have an inability to make free throws consistently, and that's why they ended up losing.
Yes, sir. I think some doubt started to creep in when they kept missing those foul shots. I mean, you could see them start to shy away from wanting to even go to the line.
Let's take a look at our starters for Sac. The Minnesota Timberwolves come into this one following a loss to the Philadelphia 76ers.
Yeah, and really lucky that they weren't blown out in that game because I just thought the effort was lacking.
They just couldn't hit on anything that worked for them, no matter what approach they used.
Shot clock at 5. Mills. No good. And Minnesota will come the other way. Ball's knocked loose and stolen by Gay. Mills with it. 14 points from him the last game against San Antonio. And a wide open look for Freak. Drills the three-pointer. Garrett's got himself on the board with 3 there.
How in the world did they let him get that wide open?
They can't guard us on the perimeter. Spread the floor and isolate up top. Spacing, fellas. Spacing.
Looking now at some numbers for Rudy Gay. He's been in good form here the last few weeks. He's around 18 points per game, 4 assists, and 5 rebounds. And some pretty good numbers, guys. He's certainly making a contribution.
Better than expected. He still has a ways to go, but I like what I'm seeing right now.
Cauley Stein, he's checked in for Moniunas. And Mills kicks to Gay. From the wing. Shot is no good. And Minnesota now the other way. In the corner, it's Wiggins. And again, Minnesota with the triple.
Not the biggest fan of that shot, but he had the space to get it off, so why not?
Now Mills. He gives his team some nice contributions, averaging a bit over 10 points a game. He muscles it in through the contact, and they call the foul. He's on his way to the free throw line.
Give an assist there, not for the pass, but for the solid screen set on the inside that freed him up and made the layup possible.
And the Timberwolves making a change here. Zhang's checked in. Sacramento also making some changes. Lance Thomas, he's checked in for Gay. And it's McCallum in for Patty Mills.
It is so hard to contain. He just seems to get it done however he has to do it.
Here's McCallum. And once again off the mark by Sacramento.
Just doing the job on the backboard.
They sure are. I mean, they've done a terrific job carving out space under the basket and then pursuing the ball. You know, it's one thing to box out, but you've got to pursue the ball if you're going to get rebounds. And they look strong here in the early going.
Here's Cramp. He's averaging just around 8.5 points a game. And that one's good. Cousins.
Assisted by Alan Brown.
Here's Garrett. For three. And the shot is good. Garrett's got 9.
And from three-point range, guys, he has hit the ground running. What a first quarter.
Here's McCallum. He hasn't scored yet. That, I'm sure, will change. That's good.
Another nice bucket down low. They've really been able to work the ball into the post effectively so far.
Yeah, and I think we're going to see them operating a lot of their offense from the interior today.
Here's Levine. 11 points for him in that last game against the 76ers in Philadelphia.
Well, check out that assist. That's a pair of teammates that are clearly on the same page.
Sacramento with the ball. It's a three-point game. Here's McCallum. And that one goes long.
That's one he knows he should have drained.
Bean passes to Garrett. And another three for Minnesota.
You have got to make some kind of a defensive adjustment here. He is just lighting them up from beyond.
Greg, I don't know what else they can do. I mean, even when they've closed out on him, he's still been knocking them down.
And how about that, responding to the three-pointer against them with a quick one of their own.
Terrific little tay-to-tay going on right now. Back and forth. Here we go.
Well, you can't give him that kind of a position in the post.
Oh, without question. I mean, when you get it, when he gets it in that tight and that close, that's easy. Real easy.
Now here's Cousins. That is good. Cousins has got 10 points.
That's his 4th straight make right out the chute. He's setting a pretty high standard for himself here.
Just like you draw it up before you come out.
Come on, fellas, we got to pick up the pace. We see an open look, we got to take it. We have to make them play at our tempo.
Over the last 10 games, you can see where the Timberwolves rank in the league. First in shooting percentage. First in three-point shooting. Top 10 in team points per game.
You said it all right there. The hottest shooting team in the league. And that tells you not only are they shooting it well, but they're also focused on creating terrific opportunities for one another.
Nikola Pekovic is checked in for Minnesota.
Those are starting to add up. Of their last 5 baskets, 3 of them have been three-pointers.
And clearly it's about how poorly the defense has played. They've got to close out faster.
McCallum misses.
You know what? His finishing ability, not really at the level that you would expect from a pro, but he's going to have to start playing with more force.
Now here's Wiggins. 5 points in the game. And there's the 3-second call, this one on the defense. The Timberwolves shooting their first free throw of the night.
And they've done some really nice work at the foul line, knocking down 80%.
Guys, their free throw shooting has slipped a bit since last year, but not really to the point where they should be overly concerned about it.
Here's Pekovic, and there are the Timberwolves with another bucket.
And really, he's just done a great job of finding the open man every trip down.
Boy, it sure has seemed as though he's done it every time. It's been an awesome display of passing for him today.
Here's Garrett, and the dunk to finish it off. Beauty.
And guys got careless with the ball there, and the turnover leads to the big stuff.
Once he came up right with the steal, he went straight on the attack.
That's exactly the way to do it, too, Kevin. Go hard to the bucket and don't let them set up the defense.
Oh, that was a great angle we just saw, courtesy of Kia.
And he's still scoreless in the quarter. They might need to go to a plan B to help him get his confidence. A little bit of showmanship there as he increases the lead.
Oh, I like that. That's got to be, though, a tough pill for the defense to swallow.
Well, he's a guy that you know can hurt you with his passing, and right there, he does some damage with his finishing, too.
Here's McCallum following the bucket by the Timberwolves. Dishes to Crab. Finds himself wide open and drills it. Crab's got 8 points. 27 seconds left in the first quarter. Minnesota leading by 5. Garrett dishes to Bekovic. Lets it go from deep. Again from deep. The three-pointer good from Garrett. Garrett's got 23.
Really just a tremendous day for him. And if you remember, he was just as good in their last game.
And Caspi kicks to McCallum. Three-pointer. No shortage of scoring here at the end of the first quarter. Timberwolves lead by 8. And we'll get it going after this from the Target Center.
Okay, fans, put your hands together for your Timberwolves.
And the first quarter is in the books. Second about ready to get underway. And let's quickly break down the game we're watching with the Timberwolves, guys.
Really active hands early on here as they're able to acquire several steals.
Well, they've really been aggressive guys on defense, and it's paid off. So